Hey stranger. Welcome to the Hey Stranger Network podcast. In today's episode, we are talking all things girl code. So we're talking about those things, those unwritten rules between you and your friends. So I want to start this podcast by talking about Love is Blind. Okay. Now, if you haven't seen Love is Blind, it's a show on Netflix, and the show, they meet each other through pods, and they get to know one another through a wall. So they don't see each other because you don't watch the show.
Right. I definitely don't.
So I know some of y'all probably know all this, but I'm going to break it down. So they don't see each other. They don't know what one another looks like. They are only getting to know each other blind, so that appearance doesn't affect how they feel about that person. So on this new season, there is a new couple that matched up pretty early on, Uche and Aaliyah. Okay. I'm not going to say everything because it's a long story, but they already went through a couple of things, and Aaliyah told him about her background and things she did in the past that most people might not think is ideal. But she was honest. But then comes later in the episode, later in the season, Uche says that he hasn't been completely honest. Now, he tells Aaliyah that one of the women in the women's house was an ex of his, or someone he dated in the past. And he reveals to her that he had dated a woman named Lydia.
Okay.
Now,
it's getting juicy.
Now, what Uche doesn't know at this time is that Lydia is literally Aaliyah's best friend in the girl's house. Okay. Like, they talk every day. They talk about what's going on with Lydia's match. And Aaliyah has been telling her everything about Uche without knowing, because Lydia never told Aaliyah that Uche was one of her exes. So, yeah, the reason that I feel like this relates to girl code is specifically because Lydia should have told Aaliyah that. Yeah. Like, first of all, I'm not befriending somebody that talked to my ex. I mean, I'm not befriending somebody that's talking to my ex.
But did she know for sure that she was talking to the ex?
That Aaliyah was talking to Uche?
Yeah.
Her ex? Yeah. Yes, because the very first day, Aaliyah, sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. The very first day, Lydia went into the pod and Uche comes in and she's like, Uche, is that you? And he's like, I don't remember. I don't know. Who are you? Like, he's acting like, because I say acting like, because I do not believe. He said that he didn't know her voice. I do not believe he didn't know her voice. He knew that was Lydia.
And they dated how long? For how long?
They dated. He didn't say how long they had dated, but it is revealed that they had just slept together 3 months before going into Love is Blind.
So he knew her voice.
He knew her voice.
He knew her voice.
Lying.
Yeah.
Lying.
They just be lying out there. I just really can't take it. They definitely be lying because that man knew her voice.
He knew her voice. She said she knew his breathing as soon as he walked into the room.
Or maybe she was obsessed with him.
She's upset. Okay, because, that's where we're getting at.
Breathing.
That's where we're getting at.
Breathing is a little bit.
That's literally where we're going with this. So, yeah. So that very first day of the pods, they met up in the pod. And she said, is this a sign? Should we start trying to rekindle our relationship, whatever? And he says, no, because that's going to ruin the experiment. Like, he don't want nothing to do with her.
It's pretty much giving stalker.
Yeah.
Because for one, what do you mean you know this man breathing?
That was crazy.
That's creepy. She liked him for real.
So then when they go back and Aaliyah finds out that Lydia is Uche's ex, she's like, okay, Uche told me. And then Lydia just starts telling her all these things about Uche. And she's like, I don't want to hear this. Like, I don't want to know. I want to learn about him myself. I don't want to hear this. And Lydia she just keeps going and going and going. Lydia is clearly obsessed. Lydia clearly befriended Aaliyah on purpose so she could hear every detail about their relationship.
Exactly.
Like, and this is why Girl Code 101, don't befriend your ex's new girl. Don't befriend your baby daddy's new baby mom or new girlfriend, whatever is going on. Y'all not friends, okay? Y'all are not friends. Y'all not gonna be friends.
Okay.
Because, like, no, for real. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, watching the show and being like, oh my God, this girl is literally crazy.
Yeah.
I fully believe Uche may have told her or told someone else he was going on Love is Blind, and Lydia stalked him to Love is Blind. Like, she got her way onto that show.
That is insane. People will go like such dramatic lengths just to get next to someone.
Too far.
I think that's crazy.
It's really scary.
I think that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it definitely is some girl code in there. Like,
yeah. No, because Lydia was wrong.
Yeah.
Lydia should not have befriended Aaliyah. She did it on purpose.
Intentionally.
Intentionally.
So do you think her intentions was to like ruin what?
Who? Lydia's?
Uche and...
I don't even know if she wanted to ruin it. I think she wanted to know what was going on with it.
Okay.
But she did at some point tell her that... So... I don't want to say everything because I really want you to watch it.
What if you gotta, you speeding it up for me so I can understand when I watch it.
When Aaliyah told Uche that she cheated in her past relationship, Lydia kept telling Aaliyah, he doesn't deserve you. She was talking to her like she was her, because she kept saying, I see myself in you so much. And
that
it was
would
just
weird
so
me out.
weird. It was so weird. If you watch it, you'll, from that first part, you're like, why is she talking like this? Like, what is she talking about? This is not about her. She kept like talking like it was about her.
So she kept referencing herself.
Yes.
So she was trying to put herself in old girl shoes.
And she kept saying, he picked you because you're so much like me. Crazy. She's crazy.
No, he probably really didn't. He don't care for you.
No.
Like, at what point when he said he didn't know her voice, at what point did she not understand he didn't give a F about you?
Right.
He don't give a F about you.
Exactly.
Like, what point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what? Now, I think that's a little, that people have certain perceptions of themselves. Maybe she just thought it was that and it wasn't that.
Yeah.
I think she did start.
She thought their relationship was, she thought he still liked her because she still liked him.
And he probably really didn't like her at all.
Ever.
Ever. They probably just, slept together and then that was that. Because, like, females will think one thing and then males will think thinking to another. But no,
it was a fun time.
It was a fun time. She was a fun girl.
That's
and that was it. He didn't see anything long term with her.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but she thought he was obsessed with her as much as she was obsessed with him, and that wasn't the case ever. From what I'm hearing, it don't sound like. I'm gonna watch it because I think she done stalked him.
Yeah. From
what you telling me.
And befriending the new girl.
That's
a tactic. Yeah. Like, you're befriending her so that you can weasel yourself back into his life.
It's giving Regina George. Because, in Mean Girls, Regina George befriended Katie, so she wanted to mess with, what is his name, Aaron?
Yeah.
And tried to tell her all of these things, but then wanted to be with him behind the scenes. So, yeah, it's definitely giving Regina George. It's literally
that, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yep, you gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I am.
But that's one of my girl codes. I'm not befriending you if you talk to my man.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Would you?
What man? So I'm trying to think. I feel like if it was a past man, friend, like, I think it would probably be boundaries or whatever the case may be, but I wouldn't close myself off to it. But if it's a man that I'm dating now, I want to go and befriend his ex.
Yeah.
But
you're saying, like, if we both
don't mess with the guy no more, and we just so happen to stumble across each other, and I wouldn't close it off from being friends because she doesn't mess with him, I don't mess with him, so I don't want to close that off.
Yeah, if we both don't deal with him no more, okay.
Now, if one of us still dealt with him, it's gonna be like, okay, that's mad weird.
Or if you start dealing with him again, then it's like, wait, what? I thought we don't fuck with him.
Right, yeah.
We don't fuck with him.
Now,
What
if we
doing?
have conversations like we don't fuck with him and then I go mess with him, and then it's just going to be weird. So, I don't know. Maybe we just need to avoid that. But, yeah, I wouldn't. It depends on the situation, but I wouldn't close it off. But, like I said, under those circumstances. But I wouldn't purposely go and befriend somebody that I know for a fact. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Just so I can get the tea, because that's really what it sounds like. I want to get the tea so I can still be some type of close to them.
Yeah.
If that makes, because that's what it sounded like she did. Like, she still wanted to live. She wanted to live through her. So
Right.
she wanted to hear everything.
Exactly.
I wouldn't do that. That's weird and it's creepy. Hey Stranger Network is sponsored by Unofficial K, a beauty and fashion brand that caters to plus-size women looking to gain a higher level of confidence through the clothing that they wear. They have styles specifically for your birthday, vacation trips, club nights, date nights, and all special occasions that you'd want to look good for. Be sure to check them out at www.realunofficialk.com. You can also follow them on all social media platforms at realunofficialk. Okay, so my girl code is like, at the end of the day, whatever I tell you, don't go and tell your man. Don't confide in your man about my business. Like, I feel like that's the girl code. Like, don't do that. Like, if we friends, I'm not friends with your man. Or even if you tell your, like, you know how some best friends have best friends?
Yeah.
Don't tell your best friend my business.
Yeah.
I don't care. If me and you best friends, don't tell your best friend my business. Because, like, no, that's girl code. Because then that's the leak. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how the leak of information gets to
everybody else.
Exactly.
Like, especially if she not my friend, because she don't have no loyalty to me.
And she don't care. Mm-hmm. She's gonna tell my business. Mm-hmm. Anybody bring my name up, oh yeah, this, that, and she's gonna tell my business. Yeah. Like, don't, you know, like, so that's my girl code. Don't tell your man my business. Don't tell your friends my business. None of that. Period.
I get it. I never, you know what? This is the thing. So, you know, I have a husband.
Yeah.
So we have pillow talk. Yeah. We talk and stuff. You know, I don't tell my friend, like, my friend's business, like their sex life, dating life, like, because first of all, he don't care.
Right.
Like, what are we going to talk about that? Mm-hmm. But I have always been like, okay, why do you care if my man knows?
Really?
Like, why do you care? Because, like,
some men
he ain't telling nobody. And also,
some men do.
But yeah, I mean, especially if it was like a friend group or a friend circle. Yeah. You know, but it's like when people are like, don't tell your man because I don't want him to think this way. It's like, well, why do you care how he think about you? Right. It don't really matter how he think about you. Yeah. But most of the time it's just like, what would I tell him for? Because he don't care. Yeah. What's going on?
Not in the woman's mess. You don't care.
But my girl code. Why didn't I prepare this? Why didn't I prepare?
I don't think I really have much for girl code either. Now that we talk about it, but
I feel like I agree with you. Don't talk about me to your other friends. Don't tell my business to your other friends. Don't talk to no man I ever talk to at all.
Oh, that's definitely girl code.
Don't do that. Code, yeah. I got a story about that. I feel like I be having stories.
I got a story about that. That's like your keyword. You got to get that on the shirt. I got a story about that.
Yeah, I do have a story about that. Yeah. I'm going to tell it. Hold on. I had another girl code though. But yeah, don't talk to nobody I ever talked to. And I saw this the other day on like Facebook, something like that. But if I'm lying to my man, go with the lie. Right. Duh.
Exactly. Even if I hit you out of the blue, go to lie.
Exactly. So the girl, she had texted her friends. She was like, wasn't I doing your hair last night at 3 a.m.? And most of her friends was like, yes. And then one of her friends was like, no, because I have braids in right now. Like, dummy.
And do my man know you got braids? You ain't even got to reveal that. Like, what? Like, and 9 times out of 10, if somebody texts you like that, clearly you should already know to play along.
Obviously.
Of course, girl, yeah. We was up all night. Like, you know?
Like, I don't do stuff like that. But if I had to do that,
yeah,
duh.
I probably did something like that once upon a time in my life. But I don't know, because I wouldn't. No, I did. I did something like. I did something like that, but it was more so to my cousin. It was to my cousin rather than a friend, but it was
Did she go with it?
No, it was a he.
Did he go with it?
I'm trying to think. I don't even think he asked him. Oh. So it was more so. Yeah, I don't even think he asked him.
But what was you doing?
Not you want me
you up to?
No, I feel like I'm gonna tell her myself. Not you want me to tell my. Okay, so oh god, Lord, what was I doing? Something I ain't had no business doing. We just gonna say that. And then something got left somewhere, and I knew it got left, but I thought it was somebody else's. So when they saw it, they was like, "Whose is this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my cousin's." So then I had to tell my cousin, like, "Yeah, da 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 da, ain't this yours?" And I think my cousin was like, "Yeah, it's mine." He told me that, but he,
Okay.
yeah.
So he knew.
Yeah, he knew the
yeah. Okay, so my story. So there was this guy that I talked to once. I really liked him. He really liked me, but we never talked to. Like we never got together because he had a girlfriend. So we just knew we really liked each other or whatever. But we never dated. Mm-hmm. So this is interesting. I want to know how you think about this too. We never dated.
Okay.
So maybe a year after me and him stopped talking, we weren't talking anymore. One of my friends met him, and she came to me and she was like, "Oh, I met this guy." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know him." She was like, "Yeah, I know," because he kept telling me, he was telling me about you. He was like, "I know you're friends with me," and she's like, "Yeah, he was talking about you, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, because he offed me
yeah."
So okay, that's what I'm like. Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking in my mind he likes me, right? I feel like for me that would be it.
So
but she slept with him. That was really
okay. So he liked you at the time that he was talking to her.
Yeah, I mean he liked me. He liked me from before. He never stopped liking me. We just we never talked or whatever. And then when he was talking to her, he was bringing me up and talking about me and that.
As if he liked you
as
still.
if he still liked me.
Yeah, that would have turned me off.
Why did you sleep with him?
Yeah, that would have definitely turned me off. That would have turned me off. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if he just was like, "Oh, I knew her. We started talking or whatever the case may be, or we had conversations," then I felt like, she could have got away with it then. But for her to, you don't think so? You think she should have just stopped talking to him after he knew you?
No, not just because he knew me. No, but he said he liked me, and she knew that I liked him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like.
So did you still like him at the time that him and her were talking?
No, at the time him and her were talking, no. Me and him would have never been able to be together.
Oh, okay.
I liked him a lot, but he wasn't the type of person I would have ever been able to be with.
Yeah.
So it's not like there was an opportunity between me and him.
Yeah.
But I still feel like she shouldn't have done it. Isn't it weird?
I think it's weird for him to still like you and then for her to have sex with him after.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's very weird.
I always feel like that's weird. Why would you even want to?
Unless she just wasn't thinking about you in that moment. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe you didn't she wasn't thinking about you in that moment.
No, it's really for me, it's immediate. If I'm talking to a guy and he's like, "Oh yeah, me and Kailonij, I'm gonna be like, okay.
You know what? In a minute, you gotta repeat the whole thing. Me and Kailonij, we did what?
The whole scenario. Not even we did anything. Just me and Kailonij, I really vibe with her. She was cool. I really liked her. We vibed. It's a no for me. Okay, well, no.
Just off of y'all vibing.
Just off of that, because it's she's on your mind. So no.
I don't know. I think it depends.
Nah, you can't.
If somebody said they oh yeah, if you talking oh yeah, I like her, I like her, or I like her, or something like that of that sort. If you going into detail and you getting real excited about it, then it's okay, yeah, nah, that's a turn off. But if it's more so yeah, if a guy came to me and was like, yeah, me and Alexa, we had words, we used to talk, this, that, and the third. My first question, what you mean y'all used to talk? I need more detail. Did y'all go on a date? Did y'all kiss? Did y'all almost have sex? Did y'all have what's really going on? I need to know the full before I like just make the judgment and say, nah, I'm gonna X him out. Now if he's saying, oh yeah, and I loved her and or I liked her, I really liked her, and it just sounded like he wished he would have pursued that, then it's definitely a no.
Well, in this case, it was definitely a one that got away type of situation.
Yeah.
He definitely made it clear to her that he liked me.
Oh no, and that would have turned me all the way. I would have never even pursued nothing else because like what?
But even outside of what you said, no. If you
No.
told me, if y'all had anything, y'all exchanged numbers and y'all was talking and all that, no, because I don't know when you get back around her. I don't know what's gonna happen. No, I don't like that.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I think it is different.
It bothers me.
But how you describing it would bother me too. But if it was just somebody, like, cause I don't know, like you can end up texting random people, and some people call it talk, but I'd be like, no, we just had exchange a conversation. But somebody else might be like, oh no, we talked. You know, you get what I'm saying? So it's like more so. It just depends. It depends on what was the extent of us dealing with each other. If we just text or we just whatever, I feel like liking someone is normal. But like, I just feel like it's normal. Now, I don't think she should have. I don't think she should have pursued him and had sex with him. But I feel like liking someone is surface level.
Okay, liking someone is surface level. Yeah,
like I can walk past somebody like, oh, I like him, but I don't really like him. I don't even know him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's like the fact that y'all no, okay, if somebody came to me and was like I was attracted or I liked her or whatever, but if it's like y'all talked
well, it ain't no excuse for it. If y'all talk, then it's a no-brainer. It's an X on you, it's an X on him.
I'm saying if a person came to me and it was like I liked her, no. If it's just like I liked her, but if it's like if y'all went the extra mile, y'all was talking.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
I don't like that. Yeah, like I don't feel like that person is a person that's an option.
Exactly.
But Tia and Tamara, her husband liked who is it? What are these? I'm getting them confused.
Tia was with
Corey, right? Corey liked Tamara first.
What?
Yes.
I thought they met at a bus stop.
Corey liked Tamara first.
How did that happen?
First of all, how does that story even make sense? They met at a bus stop. Did they? Why were they getting on the bus?
I heard that. I guess that's where Tia met him at a bus stop.
Why would they be getting on the bus?
I don't know. Or she pulled up to the bus. Or maybe I'm thinking about
You could be right. I don't know.
Well, I think I'm thinking about Derwin. Melanie and Derwin. I remember that scene. Am I thinking about that?
I don't know.
The game, you ever watched that?
Yes. I don't remember how they met.
But anyway, so what was the story behind that?
That he liked Tamara first. And I think Tamara was like, I think he'd be a good match for you, Tia.
Oh.
Something like that. Courtney and Kim is like a same situation because Travis always liked Kim. And they never got together. And then it's like, I don't know how Courtney can be comfortable in that relationship.
But Courtney was always friends with Travis, right? Or friends with Travis.
I don't know. They weird. That's just a whole different.
Yeah.
They just weird.
Yeah. I mean,
I just feel like I will always be like thinking like, dang, when you get around her, do you think like, what could this have been?
But I think us as females look at it differently. Like males are attracted. It don't just because they're attracted to someone don't mean they like them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think we look at it like if it's attraction, then I mean he likes her. And no, he probably really don't like her, but he's attracted to her. Maybe he was always attracted to Kim, but he really liked Courtney because it'd be like that. That's why sometimes males have two different women. They be attracted to one, and then it's like, damn, I really love this other one. So that's what the one who they normally,
That's true.
So I think
that is true.
Maybe it was Kim Kardashian, like
that's true.
Maybe he just was attracted to her.
Yeah,
and he just really liked.
It was never that serious.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been. Yep. All right. So, any more girl codes do you think?
No, I don't think I have any other ones.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Just don't tell your man my business. Don't tell your man your friend. I cut somebody off. I cut somebody off before. I'm
Over
telling.
that?
They told their friend my business.
Mm.
Yeah, I cut somebody off. Like, it wasn't even funny because and it was something minor, but it's more so like if you running back telling her this, I could just imagine if I was to ever tell you something real personal, you would run back and tell her that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, more of the story, like the people that she told, the girls that she told, they were already like, they didn't know me from a can of paint, but they already had like pre-assumptions on me because of like the internet and stuff like that. So it's like, for one, now you just really told a hater my business. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, nah, don't. You
giving them ammunition.
Yeah. Like, what? And it was something so minor, but it was like, nah, I don't need that in my life. Like, I'm a real, like, strategically private person, I would say. Like, I only tell people or put out there what I want people to know. I don't need you running back telling them things that go on behind the scenes. Even though, like I said, it was petty. The thing that she told her was petty, but it was still like, nah, because those little petty situations would literally reveal, who you're really dealing with.
Exactly.
And I don't need that in my life.
It was meant for you to tell her though, so then she could tell somebody before it was something major.
Exactly.
Because then it's like,
Yeah.
So you got her out.
Yeah. Oh no, I got her out, and I ain't talked to her since. I ain't talked to her since, and I'm pretty sure she probably didn't understand that, but it was like, I don't care if I dropped a pen today, and I told you I dropped a pen today. Don't tell nobody I dropped that pen. But for real, because it's like, for that is like, no, because then now next time you meet up with your friend, you already told her I dropped a pen. Did Kailonij drop any more pens? No, she did not. You shouldn't even told her I dropped the first one. Now she's just gonna think I'm a pen dropping girl, and that ain't even her business.
I'm a pen dropping girl.
No, but for real, like, I just, nope.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like, I don't know, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. Yeah. What? Are we playing a game?
We're playing the game.
The Hey Stranger Network podcast is brought to you by Tribe Vibes ATL. Tribe Vibes ATL recommends family-friendly restaurants and events and travel. Are you looking for family-friendly things to do? You can follow Tribe Vibes ATL on all platforms at Tribe Vibes ATL. You can also find them on www.tribevibesworld.com. All right, y'all. So we're going to play a game. This game is Orange Flags for Friendship. I didn't even wear this on purpose. But
right.
Orange flags. So it's not red flags, not things that you would end a friendship over. But things that you would take a pause. That you'd be like, I don't know.
Orange flags. Let me see. A friend that always brings you problems. Or, a friend that always brings problems to you. Like, they could be of their own, or just always have something negative going on. I think it's an orange flag, because you can always redirect. You can always redirect that conversation, or even let a friend know, like, hey, you just always got something going on with you. You got something negative going on. Like,
would you tell them that?
I would definitely tell them that.
Really?
Oh no, I would.
You know, I feel like for me, I really feel like I'm like the trauma dump friend. I feel like I get trauma dumped on a lot.
Really?
But I don't be telling people, like, it's not like it's like a thing where it's like it bothers me. Like, I just don't tell people though, because then I feel like people need somebody to talk to. So it's like, okay.
But I think it's a difference between trauma dumping and always having something negative going on. Because something negative can be like what someone chooses to entertain. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's a difference between trauma dumping. Yes. If something going on in your life, I'm sorry, if something going on in your life and you want to tell me about it, okay, cool. But when you entertaining something negative, or you put yourself in that negative situation, now you want to bring that over here to me? No, I don't. I'm not accepting that. But if you got something that just mysteriously happened in your life, okay. It's the difference between trauma dumping and just bringing me negative situations that you put yourself in. If you have something going on in your life and you want to, blow some steam off and tell me or just vent, I think that's fine. But when you are putting yourself in those situations, then no, I don't want to accept that. Like, you are putting yourself in a situation to entertain this negative energy.
Man, it's usually a man. It's usually a man. It's always a man.
Yeah,
it's always a man.
It's highly always a man. Like, I really don't understand how people even be having capacity to deal with such things. Like, I can't imagine. I mean, I could imagine, because I was once there where a man was just bringing me mad trouble. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I could just imagine now. I probably would go insane in this day and age. Like, oh my God, like, it's so much that goes on in the world, and I cannot ever deal with a man that just brings me constant trouble. I think that is insane. Like, no, you need to be bringing me peace. Like, if you're gonna create trouble, create it outside of what I can see or think about. Create it outside. Don't create it in here. Like, I don't need no trouble. Like, you better listen. No.
And then, like you said, like, people will keep dealing with that person.
Yeah.
And then you want to come tell me about it, and it's like, I already told you to block him.
I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't. But
I don't have any more advice.
Yeah. No.
Leave him alone.
That's
it.
Okay, what's your orange flag?
My orange flag is, I don't know. I still didn't think of one. That's crazy. I wasn't even thinking about it. I know I have some though. My orange flag might be similar. Like somebody that always talks about them.
Yeah.
Only them.
Right.
Like, we can't have a conversation unless it's about you. Like, if I do bring something to you and it's about me, you don't have nothing to say. But then it's like, if the conversation is about you, you could go on and on and on and on and on.
And that's like one-sided, you know? Like, relationships don't, or friendships don't grow like that. Like, don't you want to know me too?
Right, exactly.
I know everything about you right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, take time to know me. Take time to ask me, like, how your day going? Are you okay? Sometimes we really be needing that. Like, and even if we are okay, it just means, I don't know, it feels good when somebody like, are you okay?
Like somebody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I definitely get it. I definitely get it.
I don't think I have any other ones though. Not right now. I don't know. I don't think I do. Do you?
Not. I don't want to say not really, and then I'll be like, let me think. Give me 1 second. I would say yeah. Orange. If a friend
I got
is
another
not,
one. Sorry, it something just popped in my head. But go ahead.
If a friend is not like considerate, that's the orange flag. I like people to be considerate. I feel like you need that in your life, you know? Or even if a friend just brush off how a situation makes you feel because they don't feel the same way. I think that's the orange flag.
Yeah, I agree with
that. Don't brush my feelings. It's me who feeling it, not you. You making me feel this way. You can't ever relate to how I feel. Okay, what's some?
Okay, my last one is somebody who gossips. Somebody who gossips or talks negatively about other people that are their friends, or like, because I know you talk about me.
Right.
If you gonna talk to me about that person, I know you talk about me.
Exactly.
So that is definitely an orange flag for me. That's the thing where I'm like, okay, I gotta watch that person. Yeah. Because if you're gonna you'll talk behind their back, I know you'll talk behind mine. So that's definitely something that had me like.
Okay, yeah, and I definitely agree. It was one that just popped up in my head. This is the last one, I promise. Damn, what was it? I forgot. I hate when that happens. I truly forgot. And it was a good one.
Dang, get it back.
Say what you just said again.
Okay.
What was your reason?
I said a person that gossips a lot and talks behind my back, because then I know you. Okay,
so yeah, so this is literally my last one, I promise. So really a person who makes me feel as if I have to protect myself from them. I don't like friends like that, because then I really get protective and I won't disclose any information. I change the way I deal with you, or I change the way I handle you. Or I don't allow myself to fully be who I am, because I feel like I got to protect myself, or I got to not necessarily hide something from you, but more so just protect myself. Like, I don't feel like you even deserve all of me, type of thing.
Yeah, like, that's a good one.
Yeah. So if I feel like I just got to have my guard up when I'm talking to you as a friend, I don't see no no growth in that, because it's like that's a sticky situation, but it is an orange flag, and I think it's something that can be worked out. I'm not gonna X a friend out. Like, maybe she's just not that friend that I vent to, because you do have friends that you vent to, and you do have friends that you don't. So maybe, not everybody your friend. Not every one of your friends you can vent to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's something I learned literally over the years. But then it's like a catch-22, because if I don't want to vent to you,
then it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
If I don't feel comfortable venting to you, that means I don't feel comfortable telling you things that I should be able to tell my friend.
And if I don't feel safe if around you, like even talking to you about certain things, then I probably just shouldn't be around you. Cause
exactly.
It's like,
because now I gotta watch how I move with you.
Yeah. That's too much. That's too much work.
Too much work. I want to be authentically me. When I'm around you or anybody.
So I think we're wrapping up. Yep. Thank you so much for listening to the Hey Stranger podcast. Make sure y'all are writing into us, commenting, engaging, so that we can, bring some of that to the podcast. We want to hear from y'all. If y'all need advice, we're here. Bye, strangers.
Bye, strangers.
Hey, stranger. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. We're so excited to continue these meaningful conversations every Thursday. Make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube and you're following us on all platforms at Hey Stranger Network. Don't miss our journey as two strangers navigating living in a new city, making friends as an adult, networking, dating, and married life. We love to hear from you, so be sure to leave your comments and let us know what's going on in your life. And don't forget to talk to a stranger this week.